everyone, and welcome to a day in the life of a quarantined dental hygiene student. So I usually start off my day. Don't I look so happy to be awake? Like, I am just such a bright, shining star in the morning. So lovely. But the first thing that I do whenever I first wake up is I take my probiotic. I will link down below because I'm sure I'll get that question on what probiotic I take. I take it every morning on an empty stomach. You should always take your probiotics on an empty stomach, whether that's when you're going to bed or waking up. I always wait just a little bit to eat breakfast, so that's why I have my probiotic first thing in the morning. And then I will drink some water with that, put on my watch, and make my bed. So I have talked about this on my What I Eat in a Day video. You should check it out if you haven't already. But what I eat for breakfast is a few slices of turkey bacon, some broccoli, some orange juice for a good carb source because I am hypoglycemic and I need to start my day off good with a good source of carbs. And then I usually dip my turkey bacon in organic grade A maple syrup. I have lost 150 pounds if you aren't aware, if you haven't seen my channel before. So this is generally what I eat to kind of maintain my weight. I do want to lose a few extra pounds in the future, but because of dental hygiene school, it's just honestly not what I'm focused on right now. And I'm pretty satisfied with losing 150 pounds, so. After I finish my breakfast, I will go ahead and clean up the dishes that I use so that I don't have to do them later. And I go ahead and do some yoga in the morning. I always feel so good whenever I make the time to do this. Even if it's just, I only have like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, to do that, I will definitely, make time for that because I think it's really important to stretch out your body. It also helps with like anxiety and just breathing and everything of that nature, so I always try to make time to do this, even if I can't do it for as long as I want to for the day. Also, I just want to say, if you notice here, that I'm literally doing this at the foot of my bed with not that much room. You can make time, you can make a place, you can do it if you really want to. So even though this isn't the best area to do something like this, it's, where I get it done at, and what's important is that I am doing it and moving my body. So I wasn't going to leave my makeup in here, but I have gotten so many messages and requests on how I do my makeup and what I do with my makeup. So I'm going to give you just a few details on that just because I've gotten so many questions. I do not feel like I'm good at makeup, but I have so many people ask me all the time. So I'm just going to tell you what products I use. So I didn't really use a primer for this. I just used the Drunk Elephant Tinted Moisturizer. I just use that under my makeup if I'm not trying to like make it last all day. Otherwise, I'll use the Too Faced primer. For foundation, I use Estee Lauder Double Wear. And for my brows, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, I think in the dark brown color. And then I do use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel as well. For concealer, I use Tarte Shape Tape, I think in the color Neutral. And then for my eyes, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I can't even tell you what colors I used here. I kind of just slap everything on my face. If you want a more detailed makeup tutorial, I can do that for you if you want. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm very good at makeup, but I like doing makeup, and if that's something you guys want to see, I can definitely do that. But that's what I used on my eyes today. I normally wouldn't have done my makeup this dramatic, but I actually lost my original Jaclyn Hill palette that has more subtle colors, and so I'm kind of stuck with using this Volume 2 palette because I'm obsessed with her formula, and I just didn't really want to. I have a lot of other palettes, but I didn't want to use any other palettes because I'm just so obsessed with how her formula is, and so I've just been doing red eyes every day. So for bronzer, I'm using NARS in the shade Laguna Beach, I believe, and then I am using NARS blush in the shade Sin, and then I'm also using a Jaclyn Hill loose powder highlight. For the lip color, and this is the number one question that I got, this is Too Faced Matte Melted Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee. So normally I wouldn't have done my hair, but I have to record a video today for school, so I did do my hair. And now I am getting on Zoom to have a conference with my teacher where we basically sit down and talk about all the clinic requirements that I have left, what my progress is so far in this semester. They don't have any details on me for when we're going back to school, so this is mainly just like a stress out session. Here's what you need to complete. Don't know when you can complete it though. So I just had a meeting with my teacher. It was a Zoom conference and it went really well. Basically just talked about the requirements that I have left to complete. The only thing is that everything is up in the air with the whole pandemic and everything, and we have no idea when we're going back. As of right now, we're hoping that we can go back in summer, but who knows what's actually going to happen. So I got done with that a little bit early. I do have a Zoom conference at noon, so I have about 45 minutes until I have to do that Zoom conference, and I have 2 assignments due this coming Friday, so I'm going to go ahead and work on that right now. So it's basically going to be filling out a class assignment that has like several questions on it whenever it comes to ethics, and then basically going to be writing a paper on my experience whenever I went to the hospital to work in the cancer center there. That's what I'm going to be working on for the next 45 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and get on for my Zoom meeting at 12. Okay, so my Zoom meeting is done. It was with Cloud Dentistry, talking about how we can use their job search, their platform to kind of job search. So now I'm about to go eat lunch. originally I was supposed to go to a classroom and give a classroom presentation to children on how to take care of your teeth and everything of that nature, what to expect at the dentist and everything like that. I came up with a whole presentation last semester, but because, my school is closed, their school is closed, I have to film myself doing this, send that to a teacher, have her send it to her students, and she will evaluate me and send the evaluation form to my teacher so that I get a grade. So this is the alternative assignment that I have gotten because of the pandemic. The presentation that I came up with was for preschoolers, so I taught them what foods are good for their teeth, how to brush and floss, what to expect at the dentist. That's why I, put on the mask and the gloves. I wish that I had my loupes on me so that I could have shown them what that looks like also, to not be scared. And then I read them Sugarbug Doug. I've really gotten into cup making lately. It's something that it allows me to express myself creatively. I can't draw. I don't have good handwriting. This is a way for me to kind of express my artistic abilities, because I feel like I am an artistic person. I am a crafty person. I enjoy doing things like this. And, making these cups have just allowed me to express myself. I feel like I'm good at it, and we'll see how it goes. Sitting down studying for boards for a period of time. I do this every single day, even on the weekends. I study for a minimum of 1 hour. I do have a little checklist, which is actually what I'm doing right there, where I make sure that I am studying what I need to be studying, checking off once I'm done with pharmacology or oral path or whatever the case is. And then I also keep track of how many hours I'm studying. So I have a tick mark of a checklist of 1 to 50, and I check off every time that I do an hour so I can keep track of how many hours I am studying. But I am going to do a video in the future on how exactly I study for boards, probably after I take and pass the boards, just so that I know that my way of studying was effective and I can reflect on how the board's experience was and everything of that nature in one video. So today I studied for about 2 hours. I got all the way through medical conditions, the last part of medical conditions that I was on, and I got all the way through dental anatomy. But after I study for a long period of time like this, I really do need a mental break. And lately, my mental breaks have been reading, which sounds counterproductive. Like you've been studying and reading a whole lot, and now you want to read to take a break. But I did recently get the new Kindle Oasis just because we've been quarantined, and I really enjoy reading, and now I have a little bit more time to because I'm not at school 24/7. So I have read a bunch of books lately. The one that I'm currently reading is The Nightingale. I've heard so much about it. I'm about 25% of the way through, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So now it is time for dinner. I had already mixed up and put together these Salmon Patties from the AIP Comfort Food Cookbook by Michelle Hoover. I will link it down below. It is so good if you are AIP, paleo, so many good recipes. I cannot recommend it enough. Hey guys, so I'm in my bathroom. I'm about to take off all of this makeup. I'm actually going to be self-tanning tonight. If you're interested in what I use right now, I need something that's all natural, but honestly, let's just be honest. I'm all natural in all aspects for my makeup and my self-tanner, okay? So I use Saint Tropez, the bronzing mousse, and honestly, I get this on QVC because it's really cheap on there, and it's like way cheaper than like getting it at Ulta or Sephora or something. And then I use the Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops in dark, and I also got those on QVC, and they were way cheaper. You got 2 for the price of 1 on there, so if you're interested in that. So I'm gonna take off my makeup, self-tan, and then hit the hay. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's how my days are going here in quarantine, so hopefully I will be able to start back to school. I'll definitely give you guys a school update soon, where once I know, you know, when I'm going back to school and how all of that's working. All the class, all of the clinic that I missed this semester because of the quarantine and all the schools closing is gonna have to be made up. Hopefully everything is back to normal by summer semester, which is beginning of June. So cross your fingers for me, say a prayer for me, because I'm really not, I will probably lose my mind if we're not able to go back in summer. Let's just be honest. So I am about to go to bed. I am all self-tanned up. I just wanted to say really quick, every day whenever it's during the week, like Monday through Friday, I always have a to-do list for the day, and at the end of my day I always, you know, review my to-do list, make sure that I did everything that I wanted to do today, got everything accomplished that I wanted to accomplish, and write my to-do list for the next day. Now tomorrow I already had several things put on my to-do list, so on each day I'll write a little tick box with what I need to do, and then I will go through that list and complete that throughout the day. Today I wanted to study for boards, have my Zoom conference. I had a meeting at 12 o'clock. I needed to record my children's video, do my cancer center journal, my ethical issues assignment, work on 2 of these cups that 2 of my followers ordered from me, and then I also needed to apply for this $500 scholarship, and I got all of that done today. And then I do put on there also like workout, meditate, and tracking like my water and stuff like that. And then for tomorrow I have my to-do list already written down for everything that I need to do tomorrow. So that is what I do on this quarantined day in the life. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am exhausted and I am going to bed.